All right, for today's video, I'm going to show you how to set up a wheel in the ceramics room. Okay? All the wheels are to the right of me here. You can see some of these blue dots that are on the floor here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these wheels and I'm going to drag it so those first two legs are going to fit right into those wheel spots. Just like so. My next step is I'm going to take this foot pedal that's on top of the wheel, and if it's wrapped up around this wheel head, okay, I'm going to unwrap it, and I'm going to set it down on the right side of my wheel. I'm going to take the plug-in cord, I'm going to take this, and you should find outlets that are on and in the floor. You need to find the one that works for your wheel, right? If you're on the far end, we're going to try to find what usually is the closest outlet to the floor, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to simply plug in my wheel. Okay. I'm going to then sit down and grab a stool in front of the wheel. I'm going to take what are called splash pans, and I'm going to put these and set these up in front of this wheel head. Now what I like to do and what I like to remember is this big part, okay, matches the big part here. So I'm going to set that here. I'm going to make sure it's flat against that workspace. I'm going to pull it towards my wheel until it stops. And then I'm going to grab it and I'm going to shimmy it towards me until it stops again. Okay. I'm then going to take the small part, which matches the small part of my wheel over here. I'm going to go in at about a 45-degree angle and then push until it pops into place. Okay. I should be able to look right down on top of the wheel, and that metal wheel head is centered inside my splash pan. If it's pushed so it's not centered, I need to maneuver this around until I can get it right in the center. Okay. A couple of things that I'm going to show you. There are two switches on the side of your wheel. Right? One of them is going to be an on and on switch, or on and off switch, and you'll see in this one, it's got a little green light that pops up. And the other switch there, some of them go vertical, some of them go horizontal. That changes the direction of your wheel speed. Okay? Now, if it's in the exact middle, even if I push down on this pedal and the wheel is on, it won't go. It needs to be one direction or the other. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push it away from me, and I'm going to get this wheel spinning to the left. Okay? That's what we want, at least for what how I show throwing on the wheel. The last thing we do is to just make sure that everything is working. I know that my foot pedal, if I push down on the foot pedal, it makes my wheel go. I want you to experiment, or I experiment with how fast my wheel can go, how slow I can make my wheel go, and then speeds in the middle. Right? I do a lot of teaching on the wheel when it comes to how fast, and I use speeds. I say you should be at a wheel speed 7, or you should be at a wheel speed 5, right? And from a scale of 1 to 10, that helps you kind of figure out how fast that wheel should go. Right? Once I've got my wheel set up, I'm going to go ahead and turn it off, and I'm ready to get my tools.